You land at RDU, you grab your phone, and you type the most relatable thing ever: Raleigh-Durham International Airport taxi service. Because you're not trying to make big decisions with a suitcase in one hand and a low battery warning in the other. You just want to get out of the airport and into the city. And here's what's funny about this airport. It's close, but your ride choice still matters. Raleigh-Durham International Airport is about 10 miles from both downtown Raleigh and downtown Durham. So yes, the drive can be quick. But the pickup experience? That depends on timing, crowds, and whether you want to plan or you want to improvise. Also, welcome to the Triangle. This area has a very specific vibe. Pine trees, college towns, tech energy, and that smart but calm North Carolina rhythm. You can go from runway to a coffee shop near a campus, a downtown food hall, or a quiet neighborhood in under an hour, if your arrival goes smoothly. So let's rank your options by 3 things: cheap, fast, and predictable. And I'm going to be picky about predictable, because predictable is what people think they're buying, right up until they're standing in a pickup zone asking, "Wait, where am I supposed to stand?" First up, public transit. This is the budget champion. GoTriangle's fixed route full fare is $2.50. RDU is served by GoTriangle Route 100 and the RDU shuttle, which connect you to the regional transit center where you can transfer around the region. If you're going toward Raleigh, the bus ride from RDU into Raleigh is often around 35 minutes, and the ticket is typically $1 to $3 depending on what fare assumptions a planner uses. But the published GoTriangle full fare is $2.50. That's insanely cheap. The trade-off is frequency and timing. If your flight lands at a weird hour, your cheap ride can turn into cheap ride plus waiting plus walking plus one more step. If you're going to Durham, public transit usually means a transfer path, and the trip can be around an hour and a few minutes. One common planner estimate is about 1 hour and 4 minutes, with total cost shown as roughly $0 to $3. Again, amazing for price. But it's not always the cleanest experience when you're tired and loaded with bags. Now let's talk about the classic taxi service, aka the thing you search for. A taxi from the airport to downtown typically takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and a commonly quoted estimate is around $40, but it's not guaranteed. If you're heading to Durham, one planner estimate puts a taxi at around 17 minutes and roughly $35 to $50. Taxi can feel like the most comfortable option because it's simple, door-to-door, no transfers, no schedules. But here's the honest part. The price and the smoothness can change in the moment. Traffic, peak arrivals, how quickly you get a car, all of it. Comfortable? Often yes. Predictable? Not always. And just to answer the question people keep asking everywhere, rob a taxi? Not here. Uber explicitly says it does not currently offer self-driving rides in Raleigh, and it lists other markets instead. So we're not doing the robots versus humans debate in this location. So what's actually predictable? Predictable means you land, you walk out, you're met, your car is ready, and your plan doesn't collapse if your flight is late or traffic is weird. Predictable means you're not guessing, not negotiating, and not trying to coordinate a pickup while everyone around you is also trying to coordinate a pickup. That's why pre-booking with GetTransfer is the predictable option here, because you're not making a decision after you land. You're locking a plan before the chaos. Here's what that looks like in real life. If your flight is delayed, your driver waits. You walk into arrivals, and your driver meets you with a name sign, so you don't have to play "Where are you?" with your phone in your face. You've got luggage? They help with bags. Something goes sideways. Traffic, a last-minute change, an unexpected detour? A real driver reroutes in real time. And if it's your first time in the Triangle, a good driver can even give quick local recommendations. Where to go in Raleigh tonight? What area makes sense in Durham? What's worth your time if you've got one free evening? And here's the part people underestimate. You can choose the driver in advance, by price, by rating, and by the vehicle. So instead of taking whatever shows up, you pick what you actually want, and you land to a plan you already agreed to. So here's the clean takeaway. If you want the cheapest option and your timing lines up, public transit can be a power move. $2.50 is hard to beat. If you want the classic walk-up solution, taxi can work. Usually around 20 to 30 minutes and often priced in that around $40 neighborhood, with variation depending on the situation. But if you want predictable, like I land, I walk out, I see my name, I get help with luggage, and we go. You pre-book and choose your driver, your car, and your price up front. Because after a flight, you don't need an adventure. For a stress-free arrival at RDU, you need a plan. Safe travels, predictable travels to you.